Mr. Attorney General, we've assembled today for the ceremonial court farewell to my very distinguished colleague. This is
It's not a good manner to read the judges.
May I request you to begin the proceedings by saying some words?
I was just trying to say it's probably not good manner on the part of Attorney General to read the eye of the departing judge to find out what's happening in his mind. But I thought I may do that. I know that fear, favor, affection, or ill will, but those good thoughts which went into Justice Joseph's mind never always. And there are so many personal recollections I can share both in this court and a very interesting occasion when I appeared before His Lordship the Chief Justice in Uttarakhand. And just before that, I asked some of my counsel colleagues in Kerala High Court as to what kind of an experience I would have appearing before Justice Joseph. And the kind of remarks I got exactly fitted with the kind of an experience I had before Chief Justice. The case of a hotel resort arguing after quite a long time, and we got an order, but it ultimately turned out to be in favor of the client, though outwardly it was not. So those so many recollections before and becoming Attorney General and after becoming Attorney General. And what comes to your mind is that if they say that when judges take oath, these are qualities which enter into your decision-making process, and how subtly they enter into your mind, and they occupy the field of jurisprudence. I say that you're one of the extreme examples, and we're indebted as an institution and the bar for having been with us, and I'm sure we will be with you even after retirement in our other engagements in the administration of justice and the pursuit of law.
Mr. Solicitor General.
I share, my lord, the views of the learned age, and I wish your lordships a very healthy life ahead.
Mr. Aggarwal, I must also welcome you as President of the SCBA on this.
Yeah, on behalf of Supreme Court Bar Association, I great Honorable Justice Joseph, and he has been a source of inspiration for all of us.
Thank you. Mr. Venkatraman.
This is what we have learned in all your 17 years of my appearance in your Lordship's Court, starting from Kerala. How you unravel facts so intensely and intimately and creatively render justice in the law of jurisprudence. You are admired certainly for your scholastic experience you share in the court of law and the way you have nuanced several issues on the constitutional plan. You will therefore remain in the exclusive club of jurists in this world, post your retirement too. And two things, the people from Tamil Nadu, I hail from that state, extremely glad and happy. You have your parting judgment to the constitutional bench, sitting in the constitutional bench, has found a great touch to the human sentiments of people in that state. And last words, my lord, your father has been your guru, and we came to know that you're going to be your guru and mentor to your son. And we wish the family scores a hat trick.
Ms. Shinoy?
Yes. Your Lordships has every single quality which makes for an exemplary judge. Be it your compassion, be it your progressive in thought, and personally completely committed to social justice. You engaged with us, your Lordships, and every time the level of discourse, you took it to a higher level. It was an absolute pleasure to appear before your Lordships. And I can only say, I'm very young, not so young, but may God bless you. May God bless you with immense and good health and a life filled with music, because I think your Lordships is very, very fond of music. All the very, very best to you, your Lordships.
Dr. Singhvi, Dr. Singhvi? Dr. Singhvi, you're muted actually. Yes. Again, you're muted, Dr. Singhvi. Yes, now it's. Dr. Singhvi, I'll come back to you in a moment because you're muted. We'll just, yes, please.
You'll have to
I wish you all the best in your life, and I just want to say one thing, that you have been such a calm judge who has gone to the depth of every bit of it. I have been personally engaged in one of the matters where you took us through your chambers and you listened to all of us so patiently as to understand the depth of the matter. And we went deeper and deeper into it, and we asked the other party also that whether I can take these evidence. Delighted to have you, Your Lordship. You have actually maintained the highest democracy. Actually maintained the rule of law. We will miss you so immensely, Your Lordship. We are actually going to miss the calmness and the attitude and the compassionate situation we always created in the courts. I'm so happy. And I wish you all the best health and health.
My Lord is the author of the Constitution Main Judgment, the Election Commission appointment, members appointment. And remember, this is a strengthening of the democracy. My Lord is a fill up the gap of the last 75 years. My Lord. This is a really, my Lord, is a path-breaking.
Mr. B.V. Dinesh. Mr. Rai, I'll just come back to you in a moment. I'll just come back to you. Yes, Mr. Dinesh.
Lords, it's a very sad day for us. Whenever a new judge comes to this court, we ask about that judge. Then if the answer is, if there is no difference between senior and junior, then the test is, everybody knows. And if you have a case before my lords, then you have won. That's only purely on the question of merits. And we were quite impatient to see the patience of my lords in deciding the cases, the time you are taking to decide the issue, convincing the losing party to see that you don't have a case. It's really great. And it's a sad day for us. And we wish a very healthy life in future.
Mr. Pradeep Kumar Rai.
Yes, my Lord, we have seen my Lords as a wonderful judge and with a very pleasant hearing to each and every member of the bar. Other than this, my Lord has a great quality of singing. He can sing better than many of our SCBA participants. Lordship participated in two singing things, and Lordship performed wonderfully. We all are fond of that, my Lord. And my Lord, I wish all the best for your future endeavors, my Lord.
Let's, from the abundance of my heart, my Lord, thank you, Lordship, because my Lord, having known your Lordship, my Lord, since your Lordship's days as a lawyer, Lord Justice Joseph, Lord, I got this. He worked so hard, and we used to identify, Lord, the young talents in the bar and encourage them consistently to perform. Lord, I must thank your Lordship, Lords with folded hands. Had it not been for your Lordship's consistent encouragement, probably a first-generation lawyer like me would have never made it to the Supreme Court. Obliged.
Mr. Dr. Singhvi, Dr. Abhishek Singhvi.
Well, it's, I must apologize. I intended to be there, but I'm not there. That's my great regret. I can only say, Melis, that we are having a huge asset loss today. I can remember the Uttarakhand matter, which I argued for very long. I'm not talking of any of its other overtones. But here was a judge who would come to court in the morning and say, what do you make of sentence 5 at page 987 of Bommai? He was intellectually so immersed that he would read Bommai the previous night and put questions the next day about the various facets. That quality and the additional quality that, to the best of his ability and understanding, he only decides on the merits of what he sees, and no other degree of anything can affect him. I think that's a very, very remarkable thing. And I think we will all miss this sterling person. We wish him well, and we hope for the best.
Thank you. Mr. Vijay Hansaria.
I must share one of my experiences with my Lord Justice Joseph. It's the most difficult thing when the judge says in the beginning, no, there is nothing. But at the end, you can persuade your Lordship, my Lord. In a small matter regarding a police officer, the Lordship said it's atrocious. We have to send him to jail. Not only this, but I could persuade, and your Lordship, you are pleased to issue notice, my Lord. It has been a great, remarkable thing for the honorable judges that they are open to persuasion till the orders are passed. We will be extremely missing Honorable Justice Joseph.
The Indian Supreme Court is looked upon with the highest respect outside the country also. When your Lordship are given the judgment in each matter,
but to support all over the world. And your Lordship kept the status of Supreme Court so high. And my Lord, I endorse the statement of Sanida Hanoi that your Lordship was ready with compassion. We have seen his Lordship singing a song for the victims of flood in Kerala sometime when his Lordship joined here. And then he has requested not to record it. They sang a song in Hindi very beautifully. We wish your Lordship all the best.
Brother Joseph. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Manu.
My Lord, on behalf of Venkatraman Association, my Lord, we share the same views as expressed by my learned friends, my Lord. And there are so many sweet memories of my Lord, when we were appearing before my Lord. So at this lecture, my Lord, I pray to Almighty that your Lordship may have peaceful, healthy, and prosperous retirement life.
Brother Joseph, I have the signal honor of presiding over the ceremonial court farewell, but it is also coupled with nostalgia and sadness. Nostalgia because Joseph and I are childhood friends. Joseph was the first person who became my friend when I shifted to Delhi in August 1972, years and years ago. I'll be speaking more of that in the afternoon when we have the formal SCBA farewell. But today in the morning when we were having tea over the welcome for the new judges, one of my colleagues who would be next in line this morning for the farewell asked us whether I was being partial to Justice Joseph in the collegium, to which Justice Joseph, straightforward and down to earth that he is, said no on the collegium. He was absolutely dispassionate. But I can then also, of course, confess that outside the court and the collegium, there's a sense of nostalgia about our childhood and the times that we spent together. Brother Joseph and I shared the bench during the COVID-19 pandemic. And it was like we could read each other's minds. I remember particularly a very interesting case about the stoppage of imports from a neighboring country. And very intricate question was, what is the date at which a notification is actually taking effect? Yeah. And that depended. And as it so happened, Brother Justice Narasimha was arguing the matter before us. So it's all three of us are on the bench together, not virtually, but physically. We found ourselves on the same page about the case before us on so many occasions. As in that case, Brother Joseph found an authority from, an old authority from the Madras High Court, which I then cited in my judgment. It's always been a pleasure to share the bench with you. I hear from the young members of the bar that they look forward to appearing before Justice Joseph because he is unfailingly patient with them. If I wanted to meet Brother Joseph, particularly after I took over as the Chief Justice of India in November 2022, typically at 4:30, my usher would tell me, Joseph Saab, abhi court mein baithe hain, court chal rahi hai. So true of you. Brother Joseph's expertise on matters ranging from commercial law to constitutional law will be missed. You've left behind and you leave behind a great sense of continuity, which we inherited from your own distinguished father, Justice K.K. Matthew. And I know that you've left behind, as you depart from the court as a judge, a huge collection of friends, both on and off the bench. So we thank you for all your work as a judge of the Supreme Court. And this is just to tell you, in terms of the large audience today, of how widely you have been appreciated by the bar, something which the bench as well shares. May I now request Justice Joseph to say a few words.
Honorable Chief Justice Chandrachud, my learned brother, Justice Narasimha, Attorney General, Solicitor General, President of the CBA, of his other office bearers, and my dear friends. This is an incredible moment in the life of any judge. We know from the date you are appointed, you have to retire. And therefore, you think that it's factored in and you are ready for it. But this is an incredible moment. The sense that life is starting a new for me. I really do not know what is the track that I will take. Blessed are those who give and blessed are those who receive, it is said in the gospel. All that you have said, I take it with a generous pinch of salt. I think it all comes from the bottom of your hearts more than from your minds. And it's customary. And I'll be very naive if I took it at face value. But at the same time, I pocket it. It comes free. I'm really grateful for all the things that you have said, and see the bar and the bench, two sides of the same coin, not repeated, a platitude, but it's really so. Because without the assistance of a bar, which is sufficiently learned and experienced, this court, which is at the top of the pyramid of the judiciary, cannot render justice to the common man. Therefore, the assistance of the bar is of the greatest importance. And I'm so happy that I have been able to receive the assistance from the bar in each and every case. And as to whether I have done anything, it is better to leave it to posterity, because today we are living at this moment more in the hearts and not in the minds. Therefore, thank you for all that you have said, and perhaps for what you have not said.